Hey guys, in this video, I'll be talking to you about situations where you'd be mad not to use an explaining video and what talking like your target audience looks like. Stay tuned. So, these guys, Lacquer Insurance, these do bicycle insurance, and they work a little differently, which is why I chose them. Let me just make my face smaller. That seems a bit better. Um, yeah, they work a little differently, and they're aimed more at the serious cyclist, the spandex warrior sort, not the casual commuter to work sort. Judging from these pictures, anyway. Um, and how it works is instead of like with normal insurance, when you sign up, they ask you a load of questions, crunch a load of data, and then they give you a premium based on their sort of fortune telling of your of how they see you on the road for the next year. What they do is your monthly premium is actually just a share of that month's claims, plus a small fee for the insurer and a little bit of tax. So basically, you only pay for what needs to be paid rather than what the insurer guesses that needs to be paid, and that ends up, as Lacquer says, being cheaper. And it's explained. If that didn't make any sense, then maybe this graphic will help. I'll just zoom in. Other insurers pay that much out in claims and pocket that much money, whereas Lacquer, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. Your guess is as good as mine. Lacquer pay out that much in claims, and they take that much money, and they save their customers that much money. That looks pretty good. So it's a cheaper, fairer way of insuring cyclists, which is cool. So yeah, let's quickly talk about what I think is working quite well. Firstly, quite good credibility game. Good, immediately featured in various reputable media outlets, publications, TechCrunch, Bradley Wiggins Show, the Cycling Podcast. I'm assuming that's quite big. I'm not a big cycler, but I'm assuming the Cycling Podcast is a popular cycling podcast. And then if we go down, some good awards won. There aren't any testimonials though, so it's a sort of 2 out of 3 on the credibility and social proof game. But yeah, that's the first thing that I think they're not doing too well. So that's a quick fix. Secondly, what I think they are doing quite well, this little mechanism here, can't commit today, get a reminder to join Lacquer and get £10 credit when you change over. That is a very nice way of challenging potential objections to buying, because insurance is rarely bought in a hurry. You are gonna see an insurer and go, ooh, yeah, maybe, but then possibly forget about it and not buy. So I'm sure a lot of other insurance websites have a mechanism similar to this. I know for a fact plenty others don't. I've bought my fair share of insurance in my time, and some of their websites are terrible to use. So great that you've got something like this, and £10 incentive. There are a lot of things that I will do for £10, and give out my email to possibly save £10 is definitely one of them. So yeah, I think that's definitely a good way of overcoming objections, and it's just a nice big red button. There's a lot of space around it. It's very inviting. So I'm pretty confident that that's working for helping Lacquer's conversion. So what isn't working? What is Lacquer lacking? Wait, sorry, it's early for me. Um, yeah, firstly, as mentioned, no testimonials. That's a no-brainer. I've checked these guys out a bit. They weren't made yesterday. They do have customers, and I'm certain that the customers have one or two nice things to say about Lacquer. So let's get these on the site. They could just go right here. There's a big bit of space here. Let's get some testimonials up. Um, the main area though is all around for me. The questions that are raised by this bicycle insurance powered by you. Okay, that's a kind of intriguing headline. Forget what you know about insurance. Join a community of cyclists to play fair and take good care to save each other money on insurance. At least there's a bit of a benefit in there. Save each other money on insurance, but I'm left slightly wondering why I should forget what I know about insurance, and B, what exactly it means by cyclists to join a community of cyclists to play fair and take good care to save each other money on insurance. Now, I'm assuming that means, coming to this blind, I would assume that means that cyclists are going to make their best efforts to take care and not have an accident. But then again, I think by and large, most people do take care to not have an accident. But anyway, my point is that I think we can get a little bit clearer about why we should forget what we know about insurance more than anything. So what I would do to get people more interested a little quicker is just give a little bit more detail about what makes Lacquer different, how Lacquer is changing the lives of cyclists in this headline. And I would do it in this way. 1 second, let me get it up. So I'd say something like this. I would say, let's move that into business. I'd say, forget what you know about insurance to just grab attention, and then say cheaper bicycle insurance linked directly to the actual claims made and not statistical guesswork. Something like that. That's just something I typed up quickly now. But that to me is a much more direct way of communicating what makes Lacquer so awesome. That is the crux of Lacquer. That is what separates them from all other insurers. And also, I think I know that certainly in the UK, the cyclist community is quite a tight knit community that prides itself on being quite responsible and smart and just not like a lot of they see themselves differently to other cyclists on the road. So this is just now my gut feeling, and this is something that would only be confirmed through research. But I would imagine that most serious cyclists would see something like that, cheaper bike insurance linked directly to actual claims made, and think, oh great, I'm not, my insurance premiums aren't going to be inaccurately, unjustly inflated because of other idiot cyclists on the road that don't play safe and don't know what they're doing. By being insured with LACA, I am, me and my cyclist tribe are all saving each other cash, which is to a certain extent addressed in this value proposition here. But I think that what this talks about, we can then go into a little further detail with other copy. But I think the important copy that needs to be given immediately is something like this: that the fact that it's linked to the claims made and not what the insurance company simply guesses your claims, your likelihood of an accident will be. So the following on from that and kind of linked to that, what I think is really important is then going into a lot more detail as succinctly and as easily as possible, and explaining exactly how LACA works, because people are going to read a headline like that and go, okay, cool, I'm listening, but they're still going to have questions. They're still going to want to know why LACA can do this. Why is LACA doing this and every other insurance company isn't doing this? So what I would suggest is having an explainer video. I would have an explainer video probably right here or just down here, and I would have a little bit of copy just saying something like, watch the video and see exactly how we do things. That little thing that little graph, that little graphic that I showed you earlier, that something like that needs to be, the information communicated in that needs to come a lot quicker, I think, and not so small as well. I mean, it's all the way down there. So that's a nice little potential animated graphic. So things like without insurance's hefty markups, information like that, all information like that and that little graphic could all be put in a little 1 minute explainer video right here, and say, at LACA, our insurance works a little differently. We calculate things based on blah 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 blah, and then people are going, that immediately builds more credibility and more just general faith in this product immediately. So all the people who are sort of slightly dubious about whether LACA can deliver on its promise are going, oh yes, I see how it can deliver on its promise. Great. Let me scroll down and possibly get a quote. Now the next thing that I think LACA could work on is, I think they've missed a trick with their site's tone of voice. This was just a suspicion that I had. I'm reading this and I'm thinking, okay, it doesn't sound like it's necessarily. I know this is directed at serious cyclists, but it doesn't sound like, the copy doesn't sound like it's talking to serious cyclists. It doesn't. I don't feel the world that cyclists of this type are really inhabiting. That was something I sensed, and then I went on I did a little bit more sleuthing, and went on did some research and looked on the LinkedIn page of one of the founders, and saw some copy that I thought, oh, hang on a minute, this is more like what should be on the homepage. So 1 second, I'll just get that up. So what I saw from the CEO and one of the co-founders was he said this: "You experience the world from your bike. It is a unique feeling only you know, and you deserve a partner who preserves this feeling at all costs. Insurance today is broken. It failed at serving its purposes, offering peace of mind when you need it most. We challenge the current model of insurance. We challenge the current model of insurance is the right one." Wait, am I reading that correctly? Anyway, Laka is the first company protecting this unique feeling from exploring the world in cities or nature. Do you see what I mean there? That feels like it's speaking. Can't even speak properly. Speaking. That feels like it's speaking to the serious cyclists that it's serving. That copy feels like it's speaking to this guy a lot more than what's currently on the site. So I would, again, of course, this would ideally come best from interviews with cyclists, to really get an idea of how they talk and what their experience on their bike is like. But you want to really tap into the tight knitness of the cyclist community and really tap into the emotions of what cyclists are feeling. And I think, that copy is just a start, but experience the world from your bike. It's a unique feeling only you know. That's getting there. So, and there's nothing like that. I didn't see anything like that on the homepage. Certainly not near the top, which is where something like that should be. So that is the next big thing, the other big thing that I would want to improve on. Yeah. So yeah, hope you found that useful, and yeah, that's about it really. Thanks very much, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked that video and found it useful. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also feel free to let me know what you thought in the comments. Did you agree? Did you disagree? Whatever, love to know your thoughts either way. If you'd like your page to feature on my channel as well, or if you'd like to work with me on your website or landing page copy, feel free to get in touch. And lastly, if you like that video, then check out my next video where I'll be talking more about explainer videos and a whole lot more. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon.